and this is the conservative czar. I want to talk a little bit today about some comments made by Dick Cheney over the weekend. And before I get to that, I want to put some things in perspective along the theme that I'm trying to talk about. And that is, I want to talk about the Bush presidency, the George Bush presidency. 8 years, and I want to talk about how he fits in the context of everything. And he doesn't fit well. George Bush was a moderate. 8 years of George Bush, this is what we got. We got a growth of government unprecedented in modern history. Outside of Obama, Obama was worse, but George Bush increased the size and scope of government. He passed massive agricultural bills. Had the federal government take over education. Now, in any other time, Republicans would have been aghast at the federal government taking over education. But George Bush did it. The whole Congress went along with it. Domestically, George Bush was a moderate liberal, if not an outright liberal. Foreign policy, look, I'm going to give George Bush his due. I'm going to give George Bush his due from September 11th, 2001, till about March 2003, where I thought he was one of the best presidents in foreign policy in the history of the country. About that time, everything went downhill. The end result of the Bush presidency is a victory for al-Qaeda. That was the end result. We are out of Iraq. Iraq is going to go into a civil war. The conditions in Iraq are going to be worse for the United States than under Saddam Hussein. In Afghanistan, we're about to lose our second major war. We're going to lose in Afghanistan. I've been saying this for a year and a half. It's done. It's toast. We're going to lose it if George Bush stayed in. We're definitely going to lose it because of the things that Barack Obama stayed in. So in foreign policy, for 2 years or a year and a half, George Bush was one of the best. After that, he was terrible. This is what you get when you get moderate Republicans. We sit around for 8 years wondering, hoping, and we get disappointed all the time. He was a terrible president for conservatives, and we have to understand that and accept that. Dick Cheney was his vice president, handpicked by George Bush to be his vice president, is an old-time moderate. He was never a conservative. He was always against the conservative wing of the Republican Party. From the beginning of his term in Congress, he was always a moderate. And this weekend, we get the full picture. We get a disgusting display of arrogance on the part of Dick Cheney. And remember, I'm going to say flat out, he's a moderate, he's not a conservative, and he never was one. And for those of you thinking that, oh, well, this is a grand old guy, he's not. He's our enemy. He is what is going to ruin the conservatives. And the proof was what happened this weekend when he gratuitously attacked Sarah Palin. Now, Sarah Palin now is an easy target. She just gets beat up every single day. And we're going to have a lot more to talk about that. But for Dick Cheney to throw out this thing that it was a mistake to pick her because she wasn't ready to be president. That is, and really, here is what Dick Cheney was saying. Dick Cheney was saying this: listen, Mitt Romney, you better not pick a conservative as your vice president, because no conservative is fit to be president of the United States. That's what Dick Cheney was saying. He's part of the cabal of Boehner, McConnell, Romney, add Cheney to the list. A cabal of the moderate establishment Republicans taking over the Republican Party, and one of their goals, not only to become a moderate president of the United States, but is to destroy the conservative movement. These are our enemies. Dick Cheney showed us this weekend. He is disgusting. This is the conservative czar. See you next time.